All right, now we're live. What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Regame27, and I'm back again with another video. And today, I want to talk about. Actually, there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about, but first, let's dig into this whole entire Nintendo NX knowledge situation. I know there's been rumors that it's going to come out next year, probably next summer, possibly, or next holidays, and you got rumors going to come out 2 years from now, and it's a whole bunch of speculations, and it's just a lot of mess and a lot of he say she say stuff going on, and I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to try to I'm trying to think if it's gonna actually come out next year or the year after, but honestly, I know I've been saying this a lot. That I do want the NX to come out very soon and scrap the Wii U. But if they scrap the Wii U really soon, then okay, if the NX comes out, and it's been a whole bunch of rumors saying that the NX is going to be between the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 as far as the specs go. So basically, if they wound up starting their ninth generation console already behind, then that's going to be a huge issue. That's going to be, basically Nintendo, they basically going to shoot themselves in the foot once again. And honestly, sometimes I've been telling myself that I want them to come out with this NX like ASAP, but then again, I'm telling myself maybe they need to wait until the PS5 comes out, or the Xbox 2, or whatever the next Xbox name's going to be. I don't know what's the name it's going to be, but I just man, honestly, I was telling myself that I want them to come out with the NX really soon. But if Nintendo want to one up the competition, then they need to sit back and wait and see how Sony and Microsoft plan their cards before they make the final judgment on how they going to have their system as far as their specs and everything goes. So, as much of a Nintendo fan that I am, I want the best for Nintendo. And I know the Wii U is struggling a lot. And don't get me wrong, they got some really great games that's out right now. They don't have very many, but they have some really, really good ones. And of course, you got Super Mario Maker that just came out on Friday. And I played a little bit. I didn't really play it much this weekend because I was getting my car fixed on, and had some other stuff that I had to do. And I played a little bit, but I didn't really play as much as I want to. And I played a little bit today, but then again, I was watching the football, I was doing some laundry, and of course later on tonight, Sunday Night Football, my Dallas Cowboys going to play. So yeah, it's football Sunday. It started NFL season, so I'm very, very excited for that, especially my Cowboys. I really hope they make it to the Super Bowl this year. Tony Romo, he really deserves a ring. He really does. And Des Bryant, he's my favorite player. Great guy. But with this Nintendo situation, I feel that they really need to step it up. I've been saying this for a very long time. I've been saying it like a million times. They need to see what the competition is about before they come out with their system, because if they continuously and do what they're doing, they're gonna continuously and be behind once again. They was already behind, with the Wii. They was behind with the Wii U. Like, they're gonna keep being behind. It's a never ending trend. And a lot of people was like, Nintendo, they always got third-party support. Might not be as much as PlayStation, but they always got third-party support. But there's a reason why third party is not on the Nintendo consoles no more, because of what Nintendo did, to alienate the relationships with third parties. And that's basically starting on the Nintendo 64. Nintendo 64 was a great console. Don't get me wrong. It was a hell of a console. But by them sticking with the cartridge, it kind of like I said, it alienated the relationship with third parties because of the cost to develop video games for the cartridge. And don't get me wrong, Nintendo 64, they had a lot of good exclusive third-party games, but it wasn't like how the PlayStation the PS1 was, and the PS1 was a hell of a system. Don't get me wrong. That generation right there, let me see. The PlayStation, Saturn, and the Nintendo 64, that was the fourth generation. Okay, that was the fourth generation. Okay, that was a hell of a generation right there. And no matter, let's put the sales to the side. All systems had really good games. Even the Saturn, the Saturn, it was more like an arcade machine. Like it ran better arcade games than the PlayStation and the Nintendo 64. And all systems had their flaws. All of them had their ups and downs. And I really enjoy all of them. But like I said, it started with the 64. Then the GameCube, they stuck with the little tiny disc, and it prevented a lot of memory, which the PS2 games had. They had more memory than the GameCube disc. Of course, the GameCube disc was smaller. Then you want to after that generation, go to the Wii, and the Wii was basically just it was basically a GameCube on steroids. It wasn't much of a difference of graphics, because it was basically just about the same, because they stuck with the standard definition. Don't get me wrong, they had some really good games, but honestly with Nintendo, I just feel that they basically they kind of killed their brand. And what I mean killing the brand, like with the hardcore fan base, the hardcore Nintendo fan base, I believe that a lot of them left whenever the Wii was introduced to the market, because a lot of people, it was like, okay, is this the best Nintendo has to offer? Is these little kiddie games, these casual games? Yes, we know that the Wii had some really good gems. They had some really good games that a lot of people don't even know about, but they didn't have those mass market games like Assassin's Creed. They didn't have they had some Call of Duty games. They did, but they didn't have all of them. And of course, it wasn't in HD. That generation was basically high definition, so it prevented a lot of it prevented a lot of games going that system. And of course, certain developers, they had like another development team to make some a certain game for the Wii, but it just wasn't the same. If you ever play those hardcore games, you might as well just play it on the Xbox 360 or the PS3, basically. But like I say, the Wii had really great games, and we go with the Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, one of the best Mario games ever. Really great. And there's a rumor that is Mario Galaxy 3 going to come out, but probably on the NX. I'm really excited for that. Of course, you got Mario Kart Wii. It's a really fun game. The deal with that is, even though it sold a lot, but the online sucked. Like I say, man, with the Wii, it has so much potential, but then again, Nintendo, they still like to stay behind with their competition. It has so much potential, but Nintendo, they like to keep their costs down, their systems. That's why the Wii was not as appealing to the hardcore audience. It was appealing to the casual audience, but it wasn't appealing to the hardcore audience. But even though they sold over 100 million Wii consoles, it still alienate their fan base for the Wii U. It did. Even though the Wii U has some really good games, really good, fantastic games, but it just wasn't enough to hold me over. It just wasn't enough to hold a lot of people, especially a lot of these hardcore gamers. The gamers that actually like third-party support. The gamers they like games like Call of Duties, Assassin's Creed, games like that, or even sports fans, games like NBA Live or NBA 2K, Madden, Major League The Show, the sports games. There's a lot of sports fans out there. If you want to play sports games, then the Wii U is not for you. They had NBA 2K, I believe 13, and that was the first and last NBA 2K they had on their system. And that's what Nintendo have to actually, they need to basically realize what the hell they are doing and realize what the hell or they are not doing. And that's why I said this a long time ago, that basically they need to hire younger advisors. They don't need to necessarily have to fire the older heads. I've been asking for this a lot. They need to fire a lot of those older heads. Fire Reggie. Fire whatever. But as long as they can have some younger advisors that can advise them exactly what's hot in today's industry, then basically, they can actually maybe keep up with the competition, maybe get the kind of features that us hardcore Nintendo fans want. The features we see on the Xbox One, the features we see on the PS4. We want achievements, we want trophies, we want all that, and that's that feature started about 10 years ago. Started on the 360. Of course, the 360 came out first before the PS3, and the 360 came out in 2005. It is 2015, and pretty soon it's gonna be 2016. So that's why a lot of people said the Nintendo is very, very behind when it comes to whatever, the games, the features, standard features. I guess with the games, you could kind of give them a pass, and you could kind of not give them a pass. They make really good games, really good quality games. But I said this a long time ago. Okay, the reason why Nintendo has like a lot of good quality games is because it doesn't take much to make them. Like games these days is all about multiplayer. So they got to continuously and implement a lot more features into that game. These other games they focus more on realism. So when you focus more on realism, there's a lot more to is a lot more development into that game. They got to focus on the polygons and the resolutions, all that. So it's a lot more work to do on games like Call of Duties or Battlefield. It's more realism that the Nintendo games. Of course, the majority of Nintendo games are cartoony games. So it doesn't really take much to make that. And with Nintendo, majority of Nintendo games, there is no online multiplayer. Majority of them is basically couch co-op. But the online Nintendo games is basically, you got Smash Brothers, of course. You got Mario Kart, of course. Those are the heavy hitters, and those are Nintendo heavy hitters. So they have to have online multiplayer, otherwise it's gonna fail miserably. And you got Splatoon, which is a brand new IP, and I am enjoying Splatoon. It's a really fun game. I didn't like how they took away voice chat whenever this game first came out. Voice chat, we gotta wait every 4 hours in order to switch maps. It's like we don't get the options to pick our maps. We don't get the options to do whatever we want on multiplayer. We have to basically just take what Nintendo gives us, and that's one thing I disagree with Nintendo. They basically forcing stuff upon us, stuff that we really don't want. For example, Star Fox, not Assault. It reminds me of Assault. Star Fox Zero. Star Fox Zero looks like a fun game, but with the implementation of the gamepad, it took away a lot of visuals. You got Platinum Games working on this game. They helping co-developing this game with Nintendo. But we know how beautiful Platinum Games are. We know how their work is, and just looking at how Star Fox Zero looks, that doesn't look like a Platinum game. It doesn't look like a Platinum Games game. So it looks very, very outdated just looking at the specs. But of course, they implement a lot of features on the gamepad. They basically doing stuff to the gamepad in which we did not want. Today's day and age, in modern day game times, it's all about realism graphics. I'm sorry, it is. Even though if the game is cartoony, yes, Star Fox is a little cartoony, but everybody still want the realism look to it too. They want this high resolution. They want just like if you just like Star Fox, you fly across the water. They want that realism look to the water. They want the realism look to the mountains, to the grass. They want all that. But just looking at the game, it looks like a game that could come out on the Wii. Just being honest, really. And plus, another thing that kind of killed the visuals of this game is that the game is running 120 frames per second, in which, like, how the hell can anybody ain't no human being could look past 60 frames per second. I'm just being real. So they got 60 frames per second on the gamepad, 60 frames per second on the TV. So just by the game running that freaking fast, with as far as the frame rates go, it alienate the visuals to this game. And it's another thing that really kind of killed well, I won't say kill, it really kind of pissed me off. It has no multiplayer. I could look past the visuals. I said this a lot of times. I can't look past the visuals. It looks okay, but $60. I can't pay $60 for a game that looks like something I could buy on my Wii, and a game that doesn't have no online multiplayer. A game like Star Fox, you know, it looks perfect for a multiplayer game, but they're not putting it in. I know my motor said they might consider it one day, but as of today, there is no multiplayer, and the game it will be out pretty soon. It's already September. Well, it's the middle of September, and this game coming out in December. That's what they said. No, I'm not sure if it is December. I'm thinking it's November, and Xenoblade is coming out in December. Xenoblade and then Mario Paladins is December. Star Fox is November. So, oof, wow, that's not even that long. We in September. You got October, November. So basically, 2 more months from now. 2 more months from now, Star Fox Zero will be coming out, and we really hadn't heard enough about it. Like, did they improve on the visuals or whatsoever? We didn't hear about, are they gonna put multiplayer in this game or nothing? But right now, I'm not gonna. Like I said, I can't see myself spending $60 for a game that has no multiplayer and the visuals looks like crap. I'm just being real. That's my opinion. I know a lot of Nintendo fanboys gets pissed off when people talk about Star Fox visuals, and I'm just being real. Like, just look at games on the Wii and the GameCube, and look at the Star Fox game, the new Star Fox Zero. Like, the new Star Fox Zero looks kind of similar to not last generation, the generation before that, in which it's the 5th generation. That Star Fox game looked like it could fit in the 5th generation. That's why we was like, that's why people always poke fun at Nintendo, because they always want to do stuff their way, and by them doing stuff their way, it's not the right way. It's the way that pisses off a lot of people, but the fanboys still will praise it and damage control it. And with the Wii situation, you know, like I said a while ago, the Wii is a reason why the Wii U is in their situation. Because yes, you can look at it sold 100 million consoles, but majority of the people that bought the Wii, they played it for maybe a few weeks, and after that, they put the Wii in their closets, and they start gaming on their PS3s or their 360s, because that was really the console for the hardcore gamers last generation. And we already know about the Wii Sports and the Wii, the fitness and all that, these casual games. Yes, a lot of them sold like hotcakes because it got a lot of soccer moms involved, got little bitty children, little children involved, got elderly people involved, lots of them. And and I'm just still trying to figure out where is that 100 million. Okay, matter of fact, no, where's the 90 million? Because the Wii U sold the Wii sold 100 million and the Wii U sold 10 million. So out of that 100 million, okay, where's the rest of the Wii owners? Or where's the 90 million? Where's 90 million people at? I can tell you where they're on mobile phones, they are on tablets, or they on their handheld games, whatever. I'm just being real. But like I said, with this Wii U situation, man, I just wish that we can actually get more games. I can look past the graphics. The graphics, like I say a long time ago, the graphics look really, really good on some of these games. For instance, Mario Kart 8, one of the best looking games, not only just on the Wii U, it's one of the best looking games this generation. Really fantastic looking game visually. And just looking at Mario Kart and looking at Star Fox Zero, like something is not jiving here. It's not. Okay, you would think that a game that came out a year before, your new game, the game that came out a year before, will be looking a lot worse than the game that's coming out this year, because each year the hardware should be progressing as far as the visuals on any system. But it's like Nintendo is taking 2-3 steps back. Like, Star Fox should be looking better than Mario Kart. So that's why a lot of people been ranted about Nintendo. That's why a lot of people been, be like Nintendo is not even trying no more. Like I say, Nintendo has some really great games. Now I got games right here I can show you. You got games like Smash Brothers. You got 3D World. Games like that, and games like Mario Kart 8. One of the best games this generation, but very underrated. very underrated because the fanboys want to stick to Nintendo games. This is exclusive to the Wii, one of the best games ever, and it still hadn't hit a me, which I am so freaking disappointed, especially with these fanboys. You know, of course, you got Splatoon. Really, really fun game. It has so much potential, but it could have been better. But overall, I think it's one of the best Nintendo Wii U games this generation. Really, really fun, fantastic. And of course, you got one of the best 2D platformer games in Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Fun game, but fucking hard. It's very hard, but it's really fun. And of course, you got the newest game that just came out, Mario Maker. Fun. You get to do what the hell you want with these levels. And I played it a little bit. I haven't played it as much, but it's really fun. And I will be playing it again. I'm not sure if I'm gonna play it tonight because the Cowboys should be coming on pretty soon. Can't wait for that game to come on. But tomorrow I will be playing Mario Maker, and I'm trying to mix between me playing my Wii U and playing my Xbox One because I have a lot of games to play on my Xbox One and I have a lot of games to play on my Wii U. So I'm pretty much busy. I got a lot of games to get to, got a lot of games to play, got a lot of games to finish up. And I'm on Xbox One. I got some games that I already finished, but I would like to go back and collect some of those trophies and collect, basically finish some of those side missions, whatever. But I'm pretty much busy. I have so many games to play. And like I say, with the NX situation, I think that the NX should be coming out in 2017. I hate to say it, but I think in order for Nintendo to have a strong chance in the ninth generation, they have to wait. They really have to wait. Even though a lot of people are going to get pissed off, because Nintendo is still, continuously and giving us these dry ass years, not giving us many games to play. They're not giving us many games to play, but I just like I said, I just hope that they get their shit together whenever next generation comes out. And let me look at the chat. Is anybody in the chat? Look at the chat right quick. What's going on, Bear Hugger? I didn't know you was there. Lavon Casey, what's up, man? Twilight Angel, what's up with you, man? Okay, you said We Fit for the NX was a launch title. Yes, it was a launch title. Yes, it was a launch title. And yes, it drove a lot of Wii games. Honestly, those casual games, the main reason why the Wii was very hard to find, because not only the hardcore Nintendo fans wanted it, everybody wanted it. Nintendo fans, the casual gamers, of course you got the elderly people. Everybody saw the commercial. Nintendo, they marketed the shit out of the Wii. They did, and with the Wii U, they wanted the Wii name to sell for itself, in which it failed miserably. It really failed. So I just hope that they learned their lesson with the Wii U. And like I said a while ago, don't get me wrong, the Wii U has some really great games, really great, fantastic games. But without third-party support, you're not going to last very long without third-party support. And right, just look at the Wii U situation. I know a lot of fanboys said that the Nintendo, they can survive without third-party games, but just looking at their situation right now, like 10 million consoles in 3 years, that's absolutely ridiculous. That's like, I don't even know what to say, man. I really don't know what to say. Like, for the rest of this year, okay, Nintendo they have a decent lineup. Of course, you got Star Fox, Mario, Power Tennis, Xenoblade Chronicles X. What else? Devil's Third. Even though the Devil's Third has some terrible reviews, but I'm gonna still give it a shot because that's a game that appeals to me. Of course, you got Fatal Frame, in which it is not a physical copy; it's a digital only game, and I'm not, shit like that. It really drives me nuts. Games like that, I don't like buying digitally because it's going to take a lot of hard drive space in order to download that game, in which there is not much hard drive space on the Wii U. You got to go and buy these external hard drives and all that, and basically it's just so much money. It's just to a limit that I want to limit myself and invest in my money on my Wii U because I invested so much money in this system. And I'm trying to slow down with all this money I'm spending towards this Wii U because sooner or later I am going to buy a PS4 We'll be getting to that pretty shortly. Um, you know, I got me an Xbox One. Of course, I got, you know, got a lot of games on that system. Got just about, I know I bought all the Wii U exclusives. I bought all of them. You know, and of course, you know, basically I spent my PlayStation 4 money on my Elgato HD capture card, and the same day I bought an external hard drive for my Xbox One. So I spent over $300 on those two items, and that was basically my PlayStation 4 money. So I could have had a PS4 right now, but I went ahead and just invested some more money, you know, so I could start live streaming my games, my Wii U games, and my Xbox games. But like I said, I'm trying to limit myself. So right now I'm putting some money up so I could play my PS4. And of course, there are some games I actually want to play on my PS4 whenever I get it. Of course, you got the Nathan Drake collection. I know I ranted about that one time because you know, Naughty Dog, they took the multiplayer off that game, even though the other Uncharted 1 to 3 had multiplayer. But I don't understand why they're taking it out unless they thinking that it might be another Halo situation. Of course, with the Master Chief Collection came out last year, you know, of course they had all those problems. They had all those bugs and glitches, and it took, you know, like about a few months for them to resolve those problems. But you know, I could get past that because it had it had all the Halo games on there. You know, you had Halo 1 through 4 and the ODST Halo. You know, I heard that, I really hadn't played that game much, but I really heard that it wasn't all that. But I heard Microsoft gave the Master Chief Collection owners ODST for free, you know, due to the problems with the multiplayer they had. But you know, I still thought it was a good deal. You know, you get all the Halo games for $60, even though they had their issues, but I still, you know, it was a good deal. So even though if the Uncharted collection, the Nathan Drake collection had problems on the online, but at least it was there. Just like the Master Chief collection, at least the multiplayer was there, and that's why a lot of people said Sony was being lazy, because they did not want to try to put the online multiplayer that was already in those games, you know, on this collection. They basically stripped it out. So that's why I had a problem. But I said this too. I had not played the Uncharted series last generation. I did not own a PS3 last generation. So this game is perfect for me. Whenever I get a PS4, I will be playing it because it looks really, really fun. And it's kind of like, you know, with the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, you know, and you got the Uncharted. They both kind of similar as far as as you know, how the game looks. You know, the action adventure genre. You know, the game mechanics looks very similar and identical. And I will be picking up the Rise of the Tomb Raider whenever it comes out. And of course, I'm very, very hyped for that game. I will be buying it day one. And the Uncharted collection, the Nathan Drake collection, is the one reason why I do want to get a PS4, so I could catch up on those games. I have to play and beat them because I really love games like that. And of course, you got the main reason why I'm buying the PS4, and it's not because of that. It's because of Street Fighter 5. I'm such a huge fan of Street Fighter. I've been playing Street Fighter ever since Fighting Street. If y'all don't remember what Fighting Street is, it's way before Street Fighter 2 came. It used to be an arcade only game, you know, back in the 80s, and you know, it wasn't all that, you know, the game, it was okay, but whenever Street Fighter 2 came out, it basically it changed the game, you know, as far as these fighting games goes, and it was so popular. Everybody, just about every gamer owns Street Fighter 2. I didn't play Street Fighter 2, the Street Fighter Turbo Championship Edition. You know how Capcom goes. They like to re-release these games, and I played all of them. And you know, Ryu is my favorite character. I love Ryu and I love Ken. Those are my top two characters I always play with. And my third favorite character is Fei Long. He might not really have, you know, powers, but he is so fast and he's so quick. He basically kind of mimics Bruce Lee moves, and that's what I like about Fei Long. He's really fast, and I'm not sure if Capcom released a trailer with you know, with him yet for Street Fighter 5, and hopefully he is going to be a part of it because he was one of my favorite characters. But yes, Street Fighter 5 is one of my most anticipated games next year, and yes, I will be playing on that a lot. If you if you have a PS4 or you plan on getting a PS4, then yes, we should play, because I'm ready to start playing some Street Fighter. That's one of the best fighting games I ever played. And I know that Killer Instinct is another fighting game a lot of people like. I just really never got into it. I know it's an Xbox exclusive. I thought about downloading it, but like I say, I really hadn't been into Killer Instinct because back in the day, it was exclusive to the Super Nintendo. It wasn't on the Sega Genesis. And back then, I was a Sega guy. I always been a Sega guy. And, you know, I owned all the Sega consoles, from the Sega Master System to, you know, to the Genesis, what else? The Sega CD, the Sega Saturn, the Dreamcast, the Game Gear. If y'all didn't remember, Game Gear was Sega's first and only handheld console. And oh, you know what? I lied. No, there is another Sega, there is another Sega console that a lot of people don't know about, and it was basically this was basically came out way in the 80s, in the early 80s. It's called the SG-1000. That was basically Sega's first console that came out. That was the Sega console I did not own. So besides that, I had every Sega console ever. And basically, I guess with Sega, that's another conversation. You know, I just wish the best for Sega. I mean, they was my childhood. They was my childhood growing up. You know, playing a lot of their great franchises. But like I said, with PlayStation, there is games I want to play. I hadn't played The Last of Us yet. I am so excited to play that. You know. And I love games like that, the survival horror games. It's a zombie game, you know. It's a post-apocalypse game, and those are games that I really dig. I really love games like that. So there are games that I am looking forward to on the PS4. And of course, I have my Xbox One. Of course, I have my Wii U. So I'm pretty much set as far as my games go. And whenever I buy my PS4, I will be doing a review on all three consoles, and I'm gonna just show you what I like about it, what I don't like about it. And basically, I'm thinking about getting a PS4. I want to get one next month. It's either next month in October or it will be in November. But whenever I get one, y'all will be the first one to know, and I will be doing my review. And like I said, I'm so excited. And of course, my buddy Dave from Dave had enough 187. He has a PS4, and he just bought him an Xbox One. And he fell in love with it. He is really playing the shit out of Xbox One, because I got him on my friends list. It's like he's playing it every day, and I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he really likes it. And he's more of a PS4. He's more of a PlayStation guy this generation. He prefers his PlayStation a little bit more, but he still prefers both of them. But I'm really looking forward to playing a lot of games with him, because like I said, there's a list of PS4 games that I want to play. I'm not going to be biased towards these consoles. I know you got these people be like, if you basically like PlayStation 4 only, you are a pony, you're a fanboy, whatever. It's not much that you're a fanboy. If you prefer the PS4 more than you prefer the Xbox, that's your choice. But what makes you a fanboy is that if you dog trash the other consoles without even giving it a shot, that makes you a fanboy. Another thing that makes you a fanboy, you don't give out constructive criticism towards your company of choice, knowing that if they are doing you wrong, as far as spitting out these microtransactions and all these damn uncalled for DLC, these malpractices, business practices, if you don't call those issues out, but you will call out the issues on the other consoles, then that makes you a fanboy. But if you only own one console, but you still will call out their flaws, and you still give credit to Xbox, to give credit to Nintendo, then that it just makes you a gamer. Just being real. So, I am a biased gamer. I enjoy gaming on all systems, and of course, I said this a lot of times that I hadn't owned a PlayStation since the PS1. The last games I played was like, I'm going back in 2000, 2001. like I play like Crash Bandicoot Racing, Parappa the Rapper, Twisted Metal, games like that, Fighting Force, Duke Nukem, shit. It was a lot of games that the PS1 had. They had a shit load of games back then. And when the PS2 came out, of course, PS2 was a beast. It was a really good console. I did not own one because of I had a Dreamcast and I had an original Xbox at that time. So I was pretty much set with 2 consoles at that time. And basically, of course, around that time I was in high school, so I'm pretty sure my parents wasn't gonna buy me a 3rd console. They wasn't gonna do that. Well, even though I did work, but I had so many games to play around that time, so it wouldn't, it wasn't necessary to own all 3 consoles around that time, But whenever I graduated high school, that was in the I graduated high school back in 2005. 2005. So 2005 is when the 360 came out. 360 came out. So basically, whenever 360 came out, I had a 360 and I had a Wii. So I had 2 consoles again. I didn't have a PS3, and the reason why I didn't have a PS3 because around that time I was single before I met my wife. So of course I was, I was always gone. I was, doing stuff single people do. But I didn't really game as much as I'm gaming now because I was single and I was basically doing what I was doing. I was always in the gym, hitting the weights. I was getting my buff on. But then I got married, and yes, I let myself go. But over these past few years, I've been gaming a whole lot. And of course, honestly, I love gaming, and gaming, I hate to say it, but sometimes gaming can keep you out of trouble, especially if you're a married person. If you so used to going to clubs, whatever, then you need to find a hobby to keep you out of trouble. I'm not saying that I don't trust myself, but I use this to help me, to don't focus on don't focus on the real world. Basically I'm trying to keep myself, close to my family. So I won't be doing stuff I ain't got no business doing. So just being real on that. But okay, let me read the comments, see if anybody said anything. What's going on, man? Doing all right? And CM Punk 101 sucks. What's up with you, man? Y'all doing all right, man? Read some of y'all comments right quick. All right. Let me see. You said that the Rise of the Tomb Raider is great. Yeah, the Rise of the Tomb Raider, I am looking forward to the Rise of the Tomb Raider. Really am. And if it's better than the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, then I'm really going to be happy because I really enjoyed the Definitive Edition. And it's a great series. I really love Tomb Raider. What else you got? I'm here, bang bang, Ant-Man. What's up? Let me see. There was 3 Sega. You said there was 3 Sega consoles before the Genesis SG-1000, SG-1002, and the Master System. You probably is right. SG-1000. You know what? I didn't even know it was SG-1002. So you probably got me on that one. Appreciate for the info. But yeah, around that time, the SG-1000, like it wasn't as popular because you got the NES. Back then was basically they was killing it. When people talk about, when they talk about video games, they refer as Nintendo. Even though if you own a Master System back then, when people say put up that Nintendo, even though it's not a Nintendo you're playing, it could be a Sega console, but around that time, Nintendo was basically taking over, as far as the gaming industry. But just look how it was back then, and look how it is now. It's not good, especially on the console side of Nintendo. But the handheld side, they are still running strong. They're not as strong as they were when the original DS came out, and of course the 3DS when they came out, they kind of brought it out very expensive. It had an expensive price tag. But since they brought the cost of that, since they dropped the price to the 3DS, it's been selling like hotcakes. It's been selling really, really well. And I guess with Nintendo handhelds, like ain't nobody gonna ever outdo Nintendo when it comes to handhelds, because they gonna always have that good support, third-party support. Nintendo always gonna support the handhelds more than they support their home console, in which I I agree with and I don't agree with. The reason why I agree with them supporting the handhelds more than home console because the handhelds is selling more, and I don't agree with it because the home console is supposed to be your main console, supposed to be your bread and butter, and that's it kind of fluctuates basically. But as far as the Nintendo home console goes, uh, I just uh, I just wish that they just take notes. Take notes on Microsoft. Take notes on Sony. I'm not saying mimic them. I'm not saying be identical to what they are doing. Whatever they're doing, do more. That's basically how competition goes. You see what the competition is doing, you will try to do more than your competition, so you can make the consumers go to your product or your console, whatever it is, you know. But I just feel that Nintendo, whatever their competitors doing, I feel that Nintendo is trying to do less, and that's what's killing them. They trying to do less, and another thing, they are not trying to advertise. Even though the specs of the Wii U is not up to par with the Xbox One and the PS4, but I can look past the graphics. The graphics still looks really good. Fans better than two. It's a really good looking game. I really love the game. The visuals look really well. It looks really well done. I could look at I look past that, but it's the effort of Nintendo. It's keeping me off my Wii U. Yes, I've been playing it a little bit more lately. I've been playing my virtual console, my Wii U. Oh, of course, I go to the Wii channel and I play a lot of my virtual console games like Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2, Shinobi, Golden Axe, Stride. I've been playing a lot of that. Of course, on my Wii U games, I don't play much, but the games I've been playing lately is the Legend of Zelda, Wind Waker HD. I've been playing that. Been playing Splatoon, and I've been playing a little bit of Mario Maker. I just bought it, and I haven't really played much, but like I say, tomorrow I'm gonna play it a lot more. And whenever I get off, Cowboy should be coming on pretty soon. But Nintendo, they need to give us a reason why we want to continuously and play our Wii U, because right now I've been playing my Xbox One a lot lately. I mean, a lot. And let's go and go to my chat and see if anybody's chatting. Let me see. It said Nintendo was Ant-Man. You said Nintendo was the only console maker besides Atari. Yeah, we can't forget Atari. And Atari basically was very popular back then, but it didn't take long for Atari to become very, very irrelevant, because ever since Nintendo came out to the scene, it basically just pushed everybody to the side. It did. The people that actually gave Nintendo a fair shot, well, gave them competition, was Sega Genesis. Whenever the Sega Genesis came out, that's when the console war started. And of course, you got Sega Genesis, you got Nintendo was taking shots with one another back in the 90s, and I feel that the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo generation was probably, I say it was probably the best generation overall. If you want to go by the fun factor, I even made a video about this the other day. If you want to go by the fun factor of these generations, you got the fourth generation. The fourth generation is the Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, and we can't forget there is another game. It's called the TurboGrafx 16. It didn't sell much. I think it sold like maybe 8 to 10 million worldwide, but in the United States, it was not popular at all. But we can't forget that. But they did have some really good games, and a lot of those games run better on the TurboGrafx 16 than it did on the Super Nintendo or the Sega Genesis, But I honestly feel that the fourth generation is Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo and the TurboGrafx 16. I really feel that those are the best. That is the best console of all, the best generation of all time, because all these consoles got their fair share of exclusives. They had a lot of exclusives that basically that how you go, you don't even need to even own two systems. Like if you had a friend, you could just go over their house and play their whatever they got. Like I had a Sega Genesis, so I had a lot of games that I played. Like, of course, you got Sonic the Hedgehog, you got that series, you got Golden Axe, Eternal Champions. Of course, you got the third-party games like Street Fighter, and you got Mortal Kombat. And Mortal Kombat was superior on the Sega Genesis since it actually had blood. And with the Super Nintendo, they took the blood out because of the controversies of this game. And, a lot of people did not like, especially the mothers. They did not want them to. They didn't want Midway was the one that I think Midway was the developer that did Mortal Kombat back then, but they took it to Congress and they tried to get rid of that game. But it basically, that game right there was the cause of the rating system. You know, of course, with the E for everyone, the M for mature, with all that. Of course, you got Mortal Kombat. That was one of the games that started, and you got another game called Night Trap. That was a silly dumbass game, but that was another game that caused the people to put the rating system up. Basically, but yes, that game was superior on the Sega Genesis. That was a really popular game back then. Mortal Kombat was the shit. I used to play people at the arcades all the time, kicking everybody's ass with Sub-Zero and Striker. Those are the two characters I really played with a lot. And Scorpion. Yeah, I played with all three of those guys a lot. You know, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Striker. And I hadn't gave Mortal Kombat 10 a shot yet, but I will eventually get it because I'm really catching up on a lot of these games I'm playing. And you know, of course, you know, Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat gets my two best fighting games of all time. I don't think nobody can touch them, but it has to be king. And I think Street Fighter is the best. That's my opinion. I really think Street Fighter is the best fighting game of all time. Of course, there is a lot of fighting games. You know, it can be a huge debate. It can be a huge debate on which fighting game is the best. You know, you got, of course, you got the SNK. You know, they got some good games. You got Samurai Showdown. You got Capcom. You got Capcom versus Marvel Comics 1 through 3. You know, it's a lot of fighting games out there. Lots of fighting games, and I enjoy a lot of them. But overall, I think Street Fighter is my best, my personal best of all time. That's why I'm so eager. I'm so hyped of getting this PS4. Whenever Street Fighter comes out, I believe Street Fighter comes out early spring, but I want to get I want to get a PS4 before the end of this year. I want to get one next month, either next month or November. I want it for the Nathan Drake collection. That's why I want to get the PS4. I do. And I done talked about the PS4. I done talked about Nintendo. Let's talk about Xbox. Okay, with the Xbox. I enjoy my Xbox. Xbox Live is if you like shooting games, I think Xbox Live is the best. If you like games like Call of Duty or Battlefield, if you like shooters, I think Xbox Live is the best, especially if you like the multiplayer, because I believe the Xbox Live is better. It has better quality than the PSN. And you know, reason why I'm saying that, I know I just said I don't own a PS4 yet, but I had played the PS4. I played it. I played online, went on my buddy's house. It's not the same. It's not the same as Xbox Live, and that's probably why it's a little cheaper than Xbox Live. It's I believe it's $50 a year for PSN. Yeah, it is a little cheaper, and for Xbox Live, it's $60 a year. But I prefer quality. I prefer quality, and I not once had an issue with my Xbox Live. And with PSN continuously getting shut down a lot, that's another issue that's keeping me from getting the PS4. But still, I want to get a PS4. And you know, if Street Fighter 5 was coming out on the Xbox One, then I would have preferred it on my Xbox One because I'm be playing a lot online, you know. But it is what it is, and this was basically, you know, separate these consoles. It's the exclusives. It is exclusives. Oh yeah, another thing I want to talk about. Like, you got these fanboys, you know, especially a lot of these Nintendo fanboys. Well, it's not even Nintendo fanboys, like just fanboys in general. You know, they be like, you know, they want to play this whole exclusive war crap, and you know, this console has some more exclusives, this console has more exclusives. Like, who gives a damn? You know, okay, if you want to take the Wii U for example, okay, the Wii U, they have a lot of exclusives. They do, but the missing ingredient is third-party support, and third-party support, it makes up over 70% of every gaming library. Third-party support make up 70% of the Xbox One and the PS4 library. So with the Wii U, there is barely any third-party support. So meaning they barely have games, and Nintendo don't give out many games. Probably one, you know, I say between 3 to 4, maybe 5 games a year, and that's it. So basically, let's say Nintendo gets one game every 2 months or something like that, and that's bad. That's really bad, because you got these big blockbuster third-party games like let me get my little games. You know, you got Advanced Warfare that the Wii U is not getting. You know, you got Arkham Knight the Wii U did not get. It's a big blockbuster. You know, you got Metal Gear Solid, the Phantom Pain that just came out that we did not get, and they all just not too long ago came out. So that's what I'm saying. Without third-party support, you know, on any console, you know, you're not going to survive very much. We know that Nintendo is making profit. Yes, I know. I don't know how many times I heard this from the fanboys. We know that they are making profit from their freaking amiibos. They need to freaking kill those amiibos. Oh my God, I'm getting sick of it. Sick of it. Okay, so yes, we know they are getting profits from amiibo selling because reports showing that Nintendo basically sold, I believe, 7 million amiibos in North America. I believe was 7 million, which is not bad at all. That's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. But what about the games? What about the games? Where's the games? Like, who gives a damn about amiibos? Like, I can't play amiibos. I can't play amiibos. That amiibos don't make me happy. All it does is it sits there. It sits there and it's just a collectible. It's a collectible and it's DLC. It's DLC and the collectible at the same time. But as far as the fun factor goes, how the hell can I have fun playing with my damn amiibos unless I am a man child? But there is nothing wrong with getting some amiibos. I'm not gonna lie. I have amiibos myself. I do. But I don't go amiibo hunting like crazy amiibo hunting, spending all this damn money, like being in lines trying to fight people because you couldn't from me trying to get this damn amiibo. People be like, man, I sucked your dick for this amiibo, man. What would it take for me to get this amiibo, man? I gave you $200. Like, it is not that damn serious, people. It is not that damn serious. Oh, some fucking amiibos. So if Nintendo, if they go out the way to get these damn amiibos on these shelves, get all these goddamn amiibos to us, then where are the games? Where are the fucking games? Where is Metroid Prime? Where's it at? We've been waiting for Metroid Prime for a long time. We've been waiting for F-Zero for a long time. We've been waiting for a Kirby game for a long time. Like this past Kirby game, the Rainbow Curse was fucking dog shit. Like, who the hell wants to buy a game that it looks really good on your HD screen on your TV? It looks really good, but the purpose of that game is to look at your gamepad, which is not in HD. That is the purpose. That is the purpose. So what's the point? So you gotta keep looking up and down, looking at your gamepad, and for a second you take your eyes off the gamepad and you look at the TV, be like, oh man, that looks so beautiful. But then again, you look back at your gamepad, you died because you weren't paying attention. So that was the most gimmicky ass gimmick Nintendo has done this generation. We know that they are trying to implement the gamepad. They are trying to use that gamepad to its advantage, but the Rainbow Curse was not their answer. And the sales of that game is basically telling Nintendo that we did not want that game because this game came out early this year and it failed to even make. I think last time I saw the sales on VG charts of the Rainbow Curse was like around, I think it was under 200,000, and which is sad and pathetic. But that's like Nintendo. They keep giving us stuff that we don't want. We want a traditional Kirby game like the Triple Deluxe on the 3DS, which is a good game. I really like it. You know, that's the kind of Kirby game that we us hardcore Nintendo fans want. But this Kirby game that he's looking like a damn butterball, like what the hell is this shit? What the hell is this shit? So it's the gimmicks that's basically driving a lot of these hardcore Nintendo fans away from Nintendo. It is. And there is nothing wrong with having gimmicks. There is nothing wrong for trying something new and different. But if you're gonna be so far away, you know, from being different with your competitors, you know, and you being different in the wrong way, then I really hate to say this, then it's time to hang it up. It's time to hang it up. Like if they can't figure out this shit as far as home consoles go, then they are better off going third party. I really hate to say this, and if they go third party, it wouldn't hurt my feelings playing a Mario game or a Zelda game on a PlayStation or an Xbox. It wouldn't hurt my feelings at all because Nintendo fucked up just like Sega did. Sega fucked up, and Sega was my favorite company back then. That was my console of choice back then, you know. But I eventually got over it, and Nintendo, with all the profits that they have, and all the billions of dollars that they have in the bank, you know, they have room for error. They still have room, but next generation is their last home console generation. If they do the same thing they did this generation with the Wii U. But let me look at the comment section right quick. I hadn't looked at it in about 5-10 minutes. All right. Let me see. Who's new? I got Alchemist. What's up, Alchemist? I got Lelouch. That's what it is. What's going on, Lelouch? Who else I got? All right. What's going on with y'all? Y'all doing all right? And okay, who is this other person? Is it Kuuzo? Kuuzo. I can't pronounce that. Kuuzo 119. I guess that's how you said it. What's going on with you, buddy? Y'all doing all right? All right, what's going who else? Let me see. Pokemon Coliseum. That's coming from Lelouch. I said this time and time again with Nintendo, like Pokemon games. I don't know what's stopping Nintendo from doing this. Pokemon is a established franchise. Pokemon is well known around the world. It's been out for almost 20 years. I think almost 20 years. It's been out for a long time, and it's pretty close to 20 years because I remember when I was a child, I used to collect Pokemon cards back in the 90s. So it's getting really close to 20 years, and like I say, it's well established. You know, it would make sense for Pokemon to, you know, for Nintendo to put a Pokemon game on the home console. You know, the Pokemon RPG or, you know, MMO, whatever. It will make very much good sense to do that, but I guess due to the development cost of it, might cost a lot to do that game, but it makes sense, and Nintendo will be sitting on a gold mine if they actually give us a Pokemon MMO game like we've been wanting for a very long time. I hadn't really played Pokemon since my last Pokemon game I played was Pokemon Red and Blue. That's a very long time ago, and I had it on my Game Boy Color. And that was a long time ago, and I did enjoy the game. So if Nintendo, if they would actually come out and give us a Pokemon MMO game in high definition, let's say for instance, put on the NX, it looks very, very, very realistic. Looks really, really good. If they polished it the right way, then I wouldn't mind giving it a shot. Even though I don't watch Pokemon no more, it's been a long time since I watched it, but as far as the game, it was very fun back then. And if they could give us what we wanted, then I won't mind buying it again, because like I say, it would be sitting on a gold mine if they would give us that Pokemon game we've been doing for a long time. And I'm pretty sure it will be selling over tens of millions of consoles or tens of millions of software. But then again, tens of millions of consoles probably would get sold because it's Pokemon. Pokemon, y'all, come on. Pokemon sells like hotcakes. Come on, man. So Nintendo, listen to us fans. Stop giving us stuff that we didn't ask for. That is the huge issue, giving us stuff that we did not ask for. Okay, I guess my final thing I don't want to talk about. I talk about Nintendo a lot, and of course I did talk about my PS4. I talked about a little bit about Xbox, but I didn't really talk much about it. But with the DirectX 12, whatever, supposed to be coming out, they said supposed to increase the GPU by, I believe, 20%. That's what they said, GPU, and supposed to increase the CPU processing. Supposed to have more speed, more power. Hopefully, I'm not sure if it's a rumor. I'm not sure if it's been confirmed, but I've been hearing this for over, I don't know how long, for months and months. I really hope that it does give the Xbox One that boost, so more of the games can be at 1080p instead of 900p. But honestly, I said this a lot of times, I really can't notice the difference between 900p and 1080p. That is not much of a difference. You could probably tell just a tad bit, just an itty bitty bit, but if you want to go by 900p, 1080p, it's not much of a difference. But if you want to go by 1080p to 4K, that's a hell of a difference. So yes, that is a hell of a difference. And that's why, with the Xbox One and the PS4, their games look just about identical. You know, you got the fanboys, the PS fanboys. No, man, no, the freaking PS4 looks a lot better than the Xbox One. Xbox One look like shit. It looks like a PS2 game. Like, come on, man. Let's stop being stupid, y'all. Let's stop being stupid. I done saw these comparison videos with a lot of these third-party games, and I really don't see much of a difference. I really don't. And of course, you got the PlayStation, the PS4 exclusive, like the Horizon. Now that game looks really, really good. It looks really good looking. And of course, you got Scalebound. Game looks really, really good looking. You know, that came from Platinum Games. That it's an RPG game. It's a RPG from Platinum Games. They don't do many RPGs, but just looking at the trailer for Scalebound and Horizon, like, who doesn't want to own a PlayStation 4? Who doesn't want to own an Xbox One? Those two games alone make me want to own both. I have one of them, but I want the other one. Horizon. That game looks absolutely stunning. Like, I'm sorry. I can't be a part of this console wars, y'all. I can't because there's games that I actually want to play on all systems, even the Wii U. Even the Wii U. But you know, of course, you got the DirectX X12 supposed to give the boost, and hopefully it could match up from speed to power with the PS4. And of course, you got the backwards capabilities, which been introduced to us at E3, and we supposed to be getting it this I believe November. And basically, if you bought Gears of War, the ultimate edition, then you get to play Gears of War. You get to play the other Gears of War games, you know, for free, thanks to the backwards capabilities. So I get to play the other Gears of War games, which I'm happy because I missed out on the other ones. I did. So I get to play those games for free, in which I did not play last generation. You know, and plus with what's the other game? It's another game that, oh yeah, Rainbow Six Siege. That's supposed to be coming out pretty soon, but thanks to Xbox backwards capabilities, we get to play Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2 for free. So that was a hell of a deal. And I cannot wait to get this game. I really can't wait to get them. Right now, it's a good time to be a gamer. And of course, with the first year with the Xbox One and the PS4 was on the market, it was pretty dry. It was pretty dry. And actually, last year was basically the year of the Wii U, because you got games like Smash Brothers, you got games like Mario Kart 8, games like Bayonetta 2, Hyrule Warriors, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Those games came out in 2014, in which I thought that was Nintendo's best year as far as software. And they have some really good games that came out, and I really thought that they won at E3. I really thought that they did win at E3 the year before, because they came with it. They came with it. You know, was showing a lot of games. You know, they were showing Splatoon, which was a new IP. You know, they were showing all those games. Was it? I believe it was E3 2014. They showcased Xenoblade for the first time at E3, and they showcased Splatoon for the first time, and that was a new IP. You know, of course, they were showcasing. I guess around that time, Mario Kart 8 was already out, so they was basically showcasing Smash Brothers, and which Smash Brothers wasn't out. So they gave us a release date for Smash Bros. So they gave us more content, and plus they gave us a new game. Another new game was Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. So we got more and new announcements at E3 last year, in which I thought Nintendo won E3 last year. That was my thoughts, because they came with it, even though they didn't really have third-party support. But as far as software goes, we had some good games, some heavy hitters. And this year's E3 was it was horrendous. And I can't, you know, if you that much of a fanboy, if you that too blind to see how Nintendo fucked up this E3, they fucked up badly. They really fucked up badly. And it was so bad that Metro Prime Federation Force, whenever they put that trailer on the Nintendo channel on YouTube, it had over 100,000 dislikes. Now, yeah, you heard me right. Over 100,000 dislikes. This is coming from Nintendo fanboys. Nintendo fans and fanboys disliking that video. If you get the Nintendo fanboys disliking a Nintendo game, that's bad, because the fanboys will take a bullet for Nintendo. They will take a bullet for Nintendo. I ain't never seen so many these Wii U weirdos out here will freaking take a bullet for Nintendo. They were talking about Nintendo is the best. The Wii U is the best console of all time. Yes, they said that for real. The Wii U is the best console of all time. It has more games than the PS4 and Xbox One. I heard that a lot. It has more games. I said, what are you talking about more games? And whenever they talking about games, they talking about exclusives. Okay, so you tell me that there is more Wii U games than Xbox One games. And when I say Xbox One games, I mean first, second, and third party support. I'm just being real. Because on the Nintendo side, on the Wii U, there's not much third party support. And I said this a while ago. The third party games, it makes up over 70% of the gaming library on all consoles except Nintendo. So basically Nintendo had to step up their own game, and with all them profits that they've been making with these amiibos and the handhelds, that you telling me that they cannot shove some money out to these developers to make sure that they get the multiplayer, to make sure maybe they can give them their own game, pay for some exclusives, like what is Nintendo trying to do? What are they trying to market these games towards? Is it towards children? Or is it towards toddlers? Or is it towards old people? Like, what are they targeting the Wii U for? Are they targeting it towards men, children? Like, I really don't know. I know Broken Games HD. He made a video the other day about the Nintendo fanboys got some kind of mental disorder, some I'm not gonna really go far on that. I know he made a video about that. Y'all can call it damage control, y'all can call him whatever name, whatever name you want. But I agree with him on certain aspects, and I disagree with him on the others. Like, there's nothing wrong with playing cartoony games. There's nothing wrong. I like Mario's, I like Zelda, and I honestly think Zelda, Legend of Zelda, is the best franchise of all time. Hands down, on whatever console. I love the Legend of Zelda. It's Nintendo games, they're Nintendo exclusive, always be on Nintendo, and don't matter how cartoony Zelda looks, I still really enjoy it. But I guess he was coming from that if you like nothing but cartoony games, that you must like shows like Teletubbies or Barney or the Backyardigans or Dora, but you won't watch shows like The Walking Dead or watch shows like The Empire, which it's a really good show. And I enjoyed the first season of The Empire. Actually, the second season about to start this month. I think it might be either next week or 2 more weeks now. It's a really good show. Y'all should check it out. Really, really good show. Lots of drama, lots of action. I really love it. I understand where he's coming from. He basically said that if you don't watch the more mature shows, but if you watch those little itty bitty baby shows like Yo Gabba Gabba or Fresh Beat Band, then you probably got some problems, some kind of mental disorder, being a man child, whatever. It's kind of like how he's trying to compare that with video games. If you play like games like Kirby and Mario and Donkey Kong, but you want to play games like Call of Duties, Battlefields, or Batman, or Witcher 3, Mortal Kombat, you don't want to play games like that. It could be a debate. It's a debatable conversation. It is. But what do y'all think about it? What do y'all think about that in the comment section? Let me read the comments right quick. I'm probably about to close it out in a couple minutes because I'm getting tired. I'm in talking too much, and that's why I really don't do this much, because if it's just me talking, I'm blowing a lot of air out of me, because I usually do these with other people in the podcast. So let's go on and look at the comments right quick. Oh, my kids has been too loud back there. I told them to be quiet as I'm doing my video. Well, they won't be playing the game today. They want to play Mario Maker, but they didn't freaking blew that chance. And I just told them before I started my podcast to be quiet for daddy. Be quiet. I will give you a treat. I would let y'all get ice cream, and I will let y'all play the game. But nope, they failed to do the simple task I asked them to do. Okay, let me see. Let me see. I don't think Real Game watches Code. Oh, you talking about that show, Lay Luch? Yeah, I know you're talking about. I watched that show, Code was a GS, whatever. I watched it. I think I watched like 5 or 7 episodes, but I need to basically catch up on that series. That's something I did not finish. But do I really like it? It's okay. It's not really appealing to me, but you know, right now the shows that I'm watching is Fairy Tale, One Piece, Naruto. Um, I just finished up Blue Gender. It's like an older show, came out like in 1999 and 2000s. It's a really good show. It's not long, probably like maybe 22 or 23 episodes. I just finished that up. I need to finish up Yu Yu Hakusho. I think I'm like towards the end of that, but I still need to finish. I finished up Inuyasha. So I really like anime, and that's a lot of shows that I really need to catch up on. I really do. What else do we have? Let me see. You said fanboys is the reason why I hate this generation so far. Yeah, with the fanboys, man. I've been dogging the fanboys. I won't say recently because I really hadn't been talking about Nintendo fanboys. I really hadn't. You know, it's been to the point that I was talking about it maybe once or twice a week on my channel. You know, I was ranting about them basically wanting they will buy all these Nintendo only products, but when it comes to third party games, they will turn a blind eye. They will find every excuse in the book to, you know, be like, you know, I don't want that game because it's missing this feature, it's missing that feature, or it's not running right on the Wii U. But when it comes to games like Hyrule Warriors, the game Hyrule Warriors, it's a good game. It's okay. I didn't really like the game like I like Bayonetta 2. It's a hack and slash game, but hands down Bayonetta 2 kills Hyrule Warriors. But Hyrule Warriors ran like shit. I'm being honest. The frame rates with that game ran like shit. But the fanboys went out and bought it. It sold over 1 million, and Bayonetta 2 run a lot better than Hyrule Warriors. It's the same. It's basically the same genre. It's hack and slash game. You know, the visuals look a lot more. The storyline is a lot better. You know, the graphics look better. Everything about Bayonetta is a lot better than Hyrule Warriors. But the sales of the game, I'm just so freaking pissed off because of the fanboys. The fanboys looking at Link's face, looking at Zelda's face, and they're gonna buy it. They're gonna buy the game. They really going to buy the game because of the Nintendo characters. Like seriously. What else? Let me read my comments. Hold on, just a second. Hey, boy. Yes. Come here. I'm just thirsty. No. Did mama tell you to stay out of here? You came in here over about 5-6 times being loud. No. Oh, well, he ain't getting no ice cream tonight. My son's being bad. He keep coming back in here. Told his boy that daddy's doing a live stream. If y'all do what I tell y'all to do, then I will let y'all play the game later, and I will let y'all have some sweets, some snacks. But since they failed to do that, then they're not gonna get it. And oh well. But where was at? My son, he basically distracted me. Let me see and read these comments. You were talking about Fairy Tale, Zach 56 565 V3. Fairy Tale, did you see what Lucy did in the last episode? Wow. With Fairy Tale, actually with Fairy Tale, I start over because I stopped at whenever the dragons was taking over the world, the dragons, and I was basically caught up. But since my wife wanted to see the show with me, I basically start over about a few weeks ago, and she really liked it. And right now we are at episode 79, and we probably watch maybe 5 or 6 episodes a day, but we eventually going to catch up. And me, if I go back and start what I stopped at, I'll probably see what you're talking about. But I stopped because of my wife, because she wants to see it. And Fairy Tale is like one of my new favorite episodes, shows. And of course, you got Dragon Ball Super. It's back. Dragon Ball Super is back. I watched like the first 2 episodes, but you know, when it comes to anime, I freaking hate waiting like every week for one episode. Like seriously. So what I do, I do the same thing with Naruto. I do the same thing. I probably give it maybe 2 months. 2 months. I let all the all the shows pile up. Then I will, spend probably a few hours and catch up on them because I like to watch multiple episodes. I really hate watching one show, then I have to wait another week for them to come out with the next show. So that's what I'm doing now. That's what I'm doing now with Naruto and actually Fairy Tail. There's a lot of shows I need to catch up on, but since I start over, I'm basically starting over, period, with Fairy Tail. And you asked me, am I going to get Fallout 4? Oh, yeah. Fallout 4. Yeah, when I was mentioning Xbox One backwards capabilities with Fallout 4, it comes with Fallout 3, thanks to the backwards capabilities with the Xbox One. So basically, with Fallout 4, Rainbow Six Siege, those going to be the superior versions of those games on the Xbox One than the PS4. It might run a little better on the PS4. I'm not sure. It might look better, as far as the resolution. I don't know how the resolution is going to be, but I think it's going to be superior on the Xbox One because it comes with those older games. Fallout 3, I did not play. So I have games to look forward to with Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. I get to play those games again. I won't say again. I never played Fallout 3. I'm gonna play Fallout 3 first. Then after Fallout 3, I'm going to play Fallout 4. But on Rainbow Six Siege, I didn't already play Vegas 1 and 2. I really love that game. Those games was freaking dope. Really, really good games, and I'm going to replay those games again too. So you get Vegas 1 and 2, you get C, so that's 3 games for the price of 1. And with Fallout 4, you get 2 games for the price of 1. So that's why I said the Xbox One version or the superior version. And I can't wait for those games to come out. Okay, who else I got? What's going on, Jen Jackson? Doing all right? A Dolphin, he said a Dolphin emulator is a shit. I'm playing all those GameCube games in HD, so much better than the Wii U. I never even heard of that emulator. So hey, you gotta be careful on those emulators, man, because they're watching. Especially with my the internet that I got. I have to be extra careful on what I put on my computer, what I download, because of Uverse, they watches, and whenever I had charter internet. Some of the stuff that I download, sometimes I get an email be like, you download such and such, and you they had the old copyright things, and they was like, you need to stop this instant, or they're gonna do further actions on you if you keep on doing that. So I'll be careful on those emulators, man. I'll be careful on some of this stuff. I know they got stuff that you can hide your VPN, but sometimes that shit don't work. It really doesn't work. Let's see. What else we got? Well, I'm gonna read these comments and I'm gonna go ahead and close this stream out because I think I'm running out of air. I'm running out of air. That's why I said I don't really do much of these, like talking about myself. That's why I know whenever I do my podcast, I like other people to talk. I just be the moderator and I just let other people talk because it's just me talking so much. I am running out of air. What else we got? Let me see. You say you will not. Let's see. Let me go back. I do like anime, just not the modern day. That's coming from Ant-Man. You got a point. Like some modern day animes are really good, and the older animes, I like older animes. If you ever watch Monster, it's a really good show. It's basically about a doctor saved a young man's life when he was a child. Then that same life that he saved, that child wanted becoming a monster. He wanted to become a mass murderer. And whenever that child grew up to be a young man, that doctor, he quit his job. He went AWOL, and basically he basically went out and tried to kill that same boy that he saved. That's it's a good show. I'm not trying to spoil anything. It's like, I think the show got maybe either 50, maybe 60 something episodes. It's really, really good. If you like suspense, drama, it's really good show. That came out in the mid 90s. I love stuff like that. I finished that show up really good. I finished Blue Gender. That came out in the late 90s. Really good show. Shows like Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, Really good shows. Those came out in the early 2000s. Inuyasha, I really love stuff like that. Those are the older shows that I watched. And if you watch Adult Swim, Adult Swim was introduced to Cartoon Network back in early 2000, I think 2001 or 2000, something like that. It's been over 15 years since Adult Swim came out, and I remember on Cartoon Network, Toonami used to be an afternoon thing. Like Toonami used to come on every day between like I think Toonami came on like around 3 to 6 o'clock in the evening. You know, of course, you get Dragon Ball Z come on, Tenchi Muyo, you know, shows like that. You know, I know that's the Cartoon Network that I miss, because we get Toonami every day, but right now we get to watch Toonami only once a week. That's on Saturday, and I hate waiting once a week. I hate waiting to watch Toonami. And what's the reason? What's the point of watching Toonami if you could go on Crunchyroll, you could go on dubbedanime.com, you go on all these other anime websites to watch your anime? Because I have a lot of anime websites, and or you go on YouTube. You can go on YouTube and watch anime. You can. But yes, overall, the modern day anime versus the anime from back then. Oh my gosh, it's a tough one. Even One Piece, it's been out for a long time. And yes, when I say a long time, they got, wow, I swear, I think One Piece is either or around the 700 or 800 episode. It's been out for a very long time. And I kind of been AWOL on One Piece for a while. I really like it. It's a funny show. I really like it. And I stopped, I think I'm like around the 70s that whenever I stopped watching One Piece. It's a really good show. But you really have a lot. You got to have a lot of time on your hands to watch One Piece. You do. You said Ant-Man. You said Adult Swim came out in 2005. On 2005. No, I don't think it. No, it can't. I think Adult Swim came out earlier than 2005, because 2005 is my graduation year in high school, and I remember I was like around 14 or 15. Whenever I was watching Adult Swim, and I'm talking about in the early 2000s. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up, because I think I might have to look that up, because I could have sworn I was like around 14 or 15 whenever Adult Swim was first introduced to Cartoon Network. I'm gonna have to look that up. What else? Let me see. You said Real Gamer, can I be in your Hangout sometimes? Yeah, I don't care, man. Yeah, I really don't care. Maybe when next time I do one of these, I don't mind you joining, because I really appreciate you, man. You've been one of my main supporters. Every time I be doing these live streams, I'll be on Twitch. You be there, be chilling, hanging out with me. You've been, basically chatting with me, for however long I be live streaming my games. If I'm on Twitch or if I'm on YouTube. I really appreciate your support. I really appreciate your support from watching my videos lately. You've been one of my biggest supporters, and I really do appreciate that. So yes, I really don't mind if you come and be in my hangouts one of these times. But let me read the comments, and I'm gonna go and close out. Okay, Alchemist said Adult Swim started in 2001. Okay, I think it was around 2001, because I was like in my young teens, like maybe by 14 or 15. Whenever I started watching Cowboy Bebop and Trigun, those shows. So yes, I knew it was around 2001. But with Toonami, when it used to be an afternoon deal, like I think between 3 and 6. This is back in the late 90s, and I was watching Dragon Ball Z. I was watching all those anime shows, and those older anime shows are really fantastic. I really enjoy them. So I'm just a huge anime fan, from the old school to the new ones. I'm a huge fan of High School of the Dead. Like it's a really good show, but I don't know when they could come out with second season. I watched that over 2 years ago, and it's been talk that they're going to make a second season, but I don't know what the hell is going on. And it's supposed to be a brand new Naruto series whenever he grew up, and of course he got his Naruto son, Boruto. So I can't wait till that comes out. I believe it's supposed to be a movie of Boruto, the movie coming out. So I am a huge fan of Naruto, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to start catching up on their shows. And one thing about Japan, like it takes so long for them to localize it, put it in English dub. Like it's so much I can handle of watching all these shows in Japanese, you know, with the English subtitles. I like it. I still like watching them, but I prefer the English version because I'm just so used to the English voice actors. But besides that, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and close this stream because I was talking about all these damn video games, and I switched over from video games to anime. And you know, I'm not sure if y'all want me to do more anime content on this channel because I did do some anime content not too long ago. I didn't really get many views, but you know, if y'all do like anime talk, if you are a huge anime fan, then y'all just let me know, and I'll see exactly what I want to do on my channel in the upcoming future. If I want to talk more about anime, but I'm gonna still talk about a lot of video games. But do I want to dabble a little anime on my channel, or should I get a separate channel and talk about anime? I don't know. I might do it. It's I'm considering it. But either way it go, I'm gonna go ahead and close the stream. And I am running out of air because I've been talking so freaking much. But the ones that's been commenting, I really appreciate y'all for commenting. Like, you know, Bird Hugger, I really appreciate you for commenting. Alchemist, Ant-Man, Lay Luch, Kayozo, Jen Jackson, who else? Zach 565 V3. Who else commented on her? I hope I didn't miss anybody. Let me see. Raging Kong. Oh yeah, Raging Kong. Yeah, thanks for commenting, brother. Thank you, Twilight Angel. Who else? I really hope I didn't miss nobody, and I really appreciate y'all for coming hanging out with Real Gamer today. And I'm not sure whenever I'm gonna do this again. Like doing this for over an hour. I think I've been doing this for about an hour and a half. It's kind of hard doing all this. I just talking. That's all I'm doing. I'm trying to talk to keep y'all entertained, but I'm so used to having other people on my channel. You know, I ask the questions and they answer while I'm just sitting there listening. It's a lot easier than trying to entertain y'all by myself for over an hour. But anyway, guys, like I say, I really appreciate that, and appreciate the continuous support. And all my new subs that subscribe to my channel, appreciate y'all support. And if you're not part of the Reboot community, go ahead and I believe in my link in the description, I should have a link to the Reboot community page on Google Plus. Go ahead and join our community. We are real gamers. We are not biased. All of us individuals, all of us are moderators. You know, you got G-Rock, Kuuppon Stives, ActivesiN Gaming, that's Alex. You got Zen Gamer, aka Logic Gamer. You got Mega Gamer. Of course, you got myself, Real Gamer 27. We all moderators the Reboot community, and we all like different systems. Like, you know, we got Xbox people in the group. We got PlayStation people. We got Nintendo people. Like, we all like all consoles. So that's what makes us a stronger group, because we all got our own preference of consoles. We all love all consoles, and we debate sometimes. Like, if we don't agree with one another, we debate. And we ain't that kind of group that we're going to agree with everything. If we agree with everything, that makes us fanboys, but we always disagree, and we also throw everything out on the table so we could try to dissect the situation, and we can all you know, try to be on one page. So that's basically what we're about. And we basically give you all the gaming news, all the news articles, and, you know, the Reboot podcast. We do everything. So if you're not a part of the Reboot community on Google Plus, go ahead and go over there and go ahead and be one of our members, because we have a lot of content to come. And after that, I really appreciate y'all for joining me. And besides that, this is your boy Regame 27, and y'all folks, have yourselves a wonderful day. And I'm going to enjoy my Cowboys beating up on the New York Giants. So take it easy, y'all. Peace out.